What's good, everybody? Let me know if you can hear me. How does my audio sound? We're gonna test out the audio before I go in tonight because we gotta talk about a couple of things. Let's see how my audio on the playback. Let me know how I sound. I sound good on my other laptop, but we gotta talk about a couple of things. But before I even get started, y'all know who it is. It's your boy, the Grandmaster Troll, here to give y'all the best trolling content YouTube has to offer. Shout out to the Reject Army, Nif-Nods, dishwashers, bedwetters, the factors of the Black Order, the fallen of Stream Team 3.0, and the derelict parents of the black manosphere, but most importantly, witness the power and the might that is the most dangerous troll on YouTube. So today I gotta talk about you Negroes today, because y'all Negroes still acting up. Y'all still can't get right, even though it's a late night, even though I normally don't stream this night. I had to give y'all a show. I couldn't wait in the morning, because there's 3 things I want to talk about, and I'm gonna let my viewers decide which of the 3 topics they want me to hit up first. Do you want to talk? You want to hear me talk about the 12-year-old rapper Lil Rodney, who shot a 1-year-old and had to go to court? You want me to talk about Lil Rodney, aka 30 Shots, aka Baby Savage? You want to hear that story? Do you want to hear me talk about Walter Wallace getting gunned down by the police in Philly in the community, acting like they lost their goddamn mind? Or do you want to hear me talk about the Negroes who pay good money to sleep with prostitutes in STD land in Atlanta, Georgia, STD AIDS capital of the world? Tell me what story do y'all want to hear me rant about first? This show, it may get this channel demonetized, it may get flagged, it may even get hit midstream, because the things I'm going to say about these Negroes. Which one do y'all want to hear first? Micah B wants to hear about dudes paying good money on prostitutes in STD land. We're gonna talk about that first. So when I exposed Ramil for his Coco Cuties X videos, I guess it really struck a nerve with him, as he was a little upset. So I went on Mr. Fantastic, just checking in. He happened to be on the panel, and whenever I see your boy Ramil, I don't care if it's on Kevin Samuel's show, I don't care if it's on Mr. Fantastic show, Mr. Bernard Riley show, his show, whatever show he go, whenever I see that nigga, if I see him face to face, I would tell Ramil where the Coco Cuties at. You guys know the term. Where the white women at? Where the light-skinned women at? Where the dark-skinned women at? When I see that nigga, Ramil, every time I see that nigga, I'm asking him, where are the Coco Cuties at? So I guess he's a little upset because he said I was talking about his peen, his eggplant, his stroke game. Bruh, nobody was talking about your stroke game. Nobody was talking about what positions you was banging the bras, how you was flipping them. Nobody talked about none of that. Again, Ramil, you was the Negro paying good money to them prostitutes in Atlanta, hitting them off raw dog style because you got no respect for yourself, Ramil. You was the one paying good money. I don't pay prostitutes and raw dog. I don't get down like you. I got respect for myself. I wish I could say the same for you, but you got to pay $200, $300. Believe me, I talk to Sinful the P. I talk to Sir Tricks a lot. We gonna talk about it today. I talked to them niggas. You was paying full service, nigga. You was paying for the girlfriend experience, nigga. You was paying the $300 an hour, nigga. You was the one paying them paid prostitutes, not me. Don't get mad at me. I'm not paying the fuck prostitutes like you, Negro. That I don't get down like that, Negro. So don't be mad at me. If there's anybody you want to be mad at, walk your muppet ass into the bathroom, take a look in the goddamn mirror, and that's the nigga you need to be mad at. Don't bring that bullshit to me. Oh, I'm about to cook. I'm gonna have to put this one on Patreon because I gotta cook these niggas. I'm so sick and tired. We are 1 week from the election. Joe Biden told me if I don't vote for him, I ain't black. So I literally got 1 more week of being black, and I'm gonna live it up today. I'm gonna live it up today because we gotta talk about a couple of things. We got Rob in the building, John the S. We gonna talk about a couple of things today. Hit the like button, hit the share button, support your boy, Cash App, $ the Grandmaster Troll. Make the Cash App ring and blow up during the stream. Hit the super chat. Let these niggas know. We not gonna stand for that bullshit no more. Let them know. We not standing for this bullshit no more, Ramil. I'm not in Atlanta, AIDS capital of the world, raw dogging paid prostitutes and acting like because they got an STD test 2 weeks ago or a month ago, everything is sweet. I don't get down like that, bro. That's you, but I'm gonna move on from that topic. I'm gonna move on from that topic because we got 3 other topics I want to talk about. Y'all see the title of the stream, the Lil Rodney case. We're gonna talk about the Wallace police shooting, and we're gonna talk about Ice Cube's contract with Black America, and I'm gonna explain to you why. I'm gonna explain to you Negroes why y'all haven't made any strides politically or economically since Martin Luther King was talking about I have a job. I'm gonna break it down to you Negroes why, what all these other Negroes won't tell you in this space. But we're gonna talk about the Lil Rodney case. So with that said, let's put the classroom in session. So you guys may not know who Lil Rodney is. Y'all may not know who Lil Rodney is, but I'm gonna read to you what happened. So there's a 12-year-old Fort Worth rapper allegedly shot a 1-year-old and committed arson. A virtual Tarrant County court trial. See if y'all can see what's happening. Y'all can't even see what's happening. Hold on. Y'all can't even see what I'm reading. We're gonna make a quick little adjustment. There we go, right there. We're gonna make a quick little adjustment. So a virtual Tarrant County court trial held in September went viral over the weekend and brought renewed attention to 12-year-old Fort Worth rapper with a criminal history. The juvenile, who goes by the stage name Lil Rodney, aka Baby Savage, aka 30 Shots, allegedly committed arson, shot a 1-year-old who survived, and violated the terms of his probation by cutting off his ankle monitor. For these charges, Judge Alex Kim of the 323rd District Court in Fort Worth sentenced him to 7 years in juvenile detention facility, even as the defendant in tears pleaded for clemency. Rodney said, I'm really tired of all, they basically go through all that stuff. Let's see, scroll down a little bit more. According to prosecutors, Rodney fled his probation on August 14th, and the week since was caught smoking weed, and picture in which he posed with a firearm appeared online. He also shared a screenshot of a social media video with the caption, "Fuck Judge Kim." At the hearing's conclusions, Kim's beseeched Rodney to have more gratitude for his grandfather who acted as his legal guardian during the court proceedings. Yo, Papa is a wise man, blah, 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 blah. According to the blogger, Sandra Rose, Rodney's mother, who was 16 when he was born and family was subsequently abandoned by his father. The mother said in the interview that she was incarcerated twice while he was a toddler. And in an August interview with Busy TV, Rodney alleged that his brother was also incarcerated. So I'm going to go ahead and back it up a little bit. Let me see if I can make myself appear on the screen. Let's see if I can make myself appear on the screen. There we go. So your boy, Lil Rodney, I guess he did an arson and then was on probation, and then he was going to go to this funeral. He didn't get permission to go to the funeral from the court, so he took off the ankle monitor. Then somehow he allegedly shot a 1-year-old, and he had a court hearing via Zoom that went viral. And we're going to break down this Zoom. We're going to break down this Zoom video, and I'm going to show you the kid's mother. You will see Lil Rodney's grandfather, and you'll be able to see from the jump. You will be able to see from the jump why we are having these problems over and over and over and over again. You will even see why the likes of the Hillary Clintons and the Joe Bidens labeled young black men super predators. So with that said,
all right, so Rodney, you and I are familiar with each other. You are 11 years old. Wait a minute. Yesterday was your birthday.
Yes, sir.
Now you're 12 years old. All right. So, well, happy birthday. I'm sorry you had to spend it here at a detention facility. And
so your boy, he just turned 12. He just turned 12. He wasn't even 12 when he had shot a 1-year-old. He wasn't even 12 when he was setting fires. He wasn't even 12 years old. Before all this happened, he 12 years old, Micah B. He's 12 years old. Now you got all these people in the courtroom. You got the judge, you got all these court stuff, bailiffs, court attorneys, everybody right here.
let's see. Mr. Spence, you're here, right? Okay. So, just to let you know. You know, I don't put this down, right? Mr. Moore?
It is. Yes, sir.
You remember this one? You taking this picture?
Stop the show right. This is the problem. What's going on? You got dudes right here. The judge is holding up a picture of himself with the captions "Fuck Judge Kim" that your boy Lil Rodney put on Instagram. You see, Micah V? We gotta talk about the influence that these rappers is having, that these adults is having on our little ones. You see? He out here on Instagram He toting guns on Instagram, smoking weed on Instagram, trying to portray that he living that life on Instagram. And the only reason he do it, because he sees sorry ass niggas get clout for doing it. So he said, if they doing this to make money and to get clout, guess what I'm gonna do to make money and get clout? I'm gonna go on Instagram and I'm gonna show my ass. I'm gonna go on Instagram, smoke some weed. If you listen to this dude's music, because he is a rapper, he talking about fucking bitches, he talking about dealing drugs, killing and shooting, all that stuff that he watched older black men do themselves. He's doing it too. I'm gonna go ahead and start the show again.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I keep it here on my bench. Just a reminder. Because, you know, once you put something on the internet, it doesn't come down. And then, all right, so you were here you're on probation for arson. And that is from 2019. And then we've had all kinds of problems. Most recently, I let you go. You come in and out. I've always let you go because you're so young. I mean, you're 11 years old, right? So I didn't want to keep an 11-year-old in here. But every time I let you out, you just cut off your electron monitor, you come back. Yes, sir?
This time I cut it because I was on the phone.
Please
This
don't
is not
say
something
anything,
that you
okay?
want to talk about
Don't
right
say
now.
that right now.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And yes, ma'am. Yes.
So
Now, you guys just see what happened right there. Did y'all see what happened right there? Not only is a dude out here committing all these crimes, is getting all these breaks, they trying to work with him, they trying to give him the Donald Trump police reform and not give him hard time. They're really trying to work with him so he can get his life together, but he can't do it. But when he in that courtroom and that white woman basically told him to shut the fuck up, it's not your turn to talk, all of a sudden this young man who can't follow directions can follow directions. I'm just trying to figure out, because I did a video on Jacob Blake earlier this year, and I played the video of some dude singing I'm sorry to the judge, you know, I'm sorry, sorry, sorry. To the victim, I'm sorry, 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 sorry. To my mother, I'm sorry, sorry, sorry. These dudes, every time these Negroes come to court, they could follow the white man's and the white woman's directions, but when they take their ass out to the hood and they amongst other niggas, they can't act right. Somebody explain that bullshit to me. Why is it when you face to face with the white man, you can act like you got some sense and some dignity, but when you around other black folks, you're shooting them, you're setting their houses and cars on fire, you're pointing guns at them, you're beating them up, you're robbing them. Somebody tell me what's going on.
all right, so you keep on running away. We keep on getting you back in here, make you stay a couple days. You promised me you're not going to cut it off. I think you cried a couple times about coming back here. And then this last time we let you out, Mr. Spence, when was the last time we let him out?
Your Honor, he cut his monitor on 8/14 of this year and ran.
Okay, so about 6 weeks ago, cut off his monitor and ran, even though you promised me you wouldn't. All right, and so now there is evidently a new charge that was filed relating back to April. And that's the one where you shot the 1-year-old? Mr. Spence?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Like a 1-year-old baby?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so he's on probation for arson. He's accused of shooting a baby at 11 years old. And then we bring him back in. He's been on the run, and he's smoking weed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else I'm missing about him?
Nope, that's about it, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Moore. Hey, look what I found. Right? I know 11-year-olds are supposed to have guns. Right? After they've been accused of shooting a baby.
So your boy, after he done allegedly shot and bagged a 1-year-old, he go on the gram with a gun that's bigger than him to get some clout. We got Rob. He says people of all races think court is a holy place, afraid to piss off the man. It's a shame. You're right. It's a shame how these dudes get out here in these streets. They victimize and terrorize the neighborhood. But then when you bring them to court, they crying. They want to beg for forgiveness, all this and that. They want to tell the judge they want to do right, all this and that. I just want somebody to make it make sense to me.
Right. So, Mr. Moore, what should I do at this point? Like, where am I at?
This time I wasn't gonna cut, but like.
Don't say that, okay? Not right now. You're gonna want to talk to your attorney first.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I don't know, but I was trying to see, could you at least give me one more chance and then see if this time I mess up, you should like hold me for some months.
Yeah, but didn't you say that last time? You told.
Did you guys just see what happened right there? I don't think y'all saw what just happened right there. So your boy Lil Rodney says, I'm not gonna mess up no more. Just give me one more chance. Come on, Nino. You know me, man. Just give me one chance, man. I swear to God, Nino Brown, just give me one more chance. Biggie, man. Just give me one more chance. They just want one more chance, but I want you, the people that's watching this video, I want you to focus in on the black people in the courtroom. Most importantly, the black female on the bottom left, Mr. Tanya Davis. I'm going to back it up a couple of seconds. And when your boy Lil Rodney is up there trying to Negro-splain himself from an aggravated assault, from an attempted murder charge, when he shot that one you were talking about, if I mess up again, you could just give me a few months for another mistake on top of all the other mistakes. If he mess up again, your boy is trying to Negro-splain a few months. But we're going to focus in on Miss Tanya Davis, your black woman.
You should like hold me for some months.
Yeah, but didn't you say that last time?
She in the courtroom on the Zoom conference laughing. It's funny now. It's funny to these people right now. These Negroes are funny to them.
Hold me for some months.
Yeah, but didn't you say that last time?
I know. It's funny. It's fun. You got Tanya Davis over there. She just laughing. Then you got the black man in the middle on the far right trying to hide his head because he even know what's going on. He know what's going on. He been in court. He made a career out of court, going to court, seeing these cases after case of this same bullshit behavior. You got Pawpaw right there in the middle, the juvenile parent. Oh, we gonna get into him.
You told me to hold you for a year last time if I mess up, didn't you?
I never said that. I don't remember.
What? Yeah, you told me that I can hold you next time. Give me one more chance. Actually, you said that two times. So, and remember, the last time I said, well, that's what you said last time. Why should I believe you this time?
All I was trying to do was go to my friend's funeral. And I asked Mr. Spence, and he said no. And then I missed JV and stuff because I was in here. And every time I missed one of my friends' stuff, I tried to go to the funeral. And Mike didn't let me go because I didn't know my friend's last name. And then
So
I be
your
so
boy,
mad too.
your boy, he's trying to Negro explain, talking about some. I didn't know my friend's last names. That's the problem with these Negroes. I want to take y'all to one of my favorite movies. Can I take you, Micah B, to one of my favorite movies, to one of my favorite scenes? I'm gonna take you all the way back. Hold on, let me close out this because we're done with that video. I think we're done with that video. I want to take y'all back to one of my favorite movies because it happens over and over again. I'm taking y'all back to Training Day, and I'm gonna take y'all back to the Snoop Dogg scene when Snoop Dogg was slinging them rocks in that wheelchair, and the police rolled up on him. They called him with the crack rock. Denzel Washington took a pen and he shoved it down Snoop Dogg's throat and he vomited those crack rocks and he had to come up off that name. Too many times when these people who are engaged in criminal activity, when you ask them, who was you with, they can't give you a full name every time. They tell you, oh, his name was Big Rodney. You know, his name is Lil Ray, man. I don't know his name. You know, we call him Spike, you know. I don't know his name, you know. He go by the name Sandman. The same. That's what Snoop Dogg told Denzel Washington in that video. Who giving you this rocks? He said the Sandman. They don't even know each other's names. But we gonna get back to the second part of this Lil Rodney, because we're gonna talk about Lil Rodney's mother. Because his grandfather was in court on the Zoom meeting, but we didn't see Lil Rodney's mother. We don't get to see how this keep happening over and over and over again. But your boy Grandmaster Troll, I did some digging and I found the video of Lil Rodney's mother. Now, guess what Lil Rodney's mother looked like? What do you think Lil Rodney's mother looked like? How does she represent herself? How does she talk? How does she behave? Let me show you.
So, alright, goddamn me. You know what I'm saying? For those who don't know, although the people should know, let them know who we got behind the camera.
Lil Rodney mama.
Project Dicks. Casino.
So we got Lil Rodney mom right here. That's right. We got little Rodney mom right here. Right here. We got Lil Rodney mom. Her son facing 7 years in prison at the age of 12 years old. And instead of her being on a Zoom meeting in court supporting her son, she would rather be on some nondescript YouTube channel interviewing with some Negroes who's clout chasing. This is the state of the community right here. It's right here, Micah B. I'm showing y'all right here. I'm showing y'all what's happening right now. We got the mother of Lil Rodney facing 7 years in juvie for shooting a 1-month-old baby, and instead of her being on the Zoom meeting, she would rather go on YouTube to a nondescript YouTube channel to give this interview right here.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think they know D Casino. He ain't never had a real soul. No, you had a real tour. You with Jose Reckless, goddamn. That part. Man, how y'all know each other? This is I ain't. You know, I've seen Dex. I've seen D Casino. You getting mixed.
Well, I'm in the hood, from the hood. I be in the hood, like, you know. Well, not no more. Like, I kind of elevated, but I'm from the hood, you know.
Yeah.
I don't be in the hood at all no more, but yeah.
Oh, so you from Stop
So I know
6?
them, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Brother, my nigga, on Stop C word.
yeah,
Well, I grew up.
that don't go down at Stop 6 like that. I mean, I'm from what I know. I ain't never seen you in Stop 6.
I ain't never seen you in Stop 6. And my brother did.
What they say? I know your brother.
So she's sitting there. She got the weave done. She got the eyelashes done. She got the makeup done. She got the nails done. She got the tattoos. She got the jewelry on. She got the hair ribbon on. She over there. She doing her thing. She even got the iPhone. She even got the iPhone with the diamonds in it. This is how hood we living right now, Jose Garcia. Oh, I'm taking y'all to the hood. This is what's going on in the hood. They got money to get their weave done. They got money to get their eyelashes done, makeup done, clothes. They got the jewelry on, looking real good. They even got the iPhone with the studded diamonds in it. But they can't go to court to support their own son on the Zoom conference call. You ain't even gotta go to court. You could literally pull out your iPhone and support your son there, but they got no respect for themselves. This is what's going on in the hood. And when people like me call this behavior out, they want to label me a coon. They don't even talk about the dysfunctional behavior.
My brothers, you know.
So you tried it. Let me, so, goddamn me. Let's take it from the top. So, you're from Stop 6. How was it when you were growing up?
Me growing up, like, I had a pretty good family. Like, I mean, it wasn't perfect, but nobody's family is perfect. You just growing up in the hood every day, different struggles. But for the most part, like, my mom was there and my dad was there. Like, when I was a month old, my mom and my dad went to, like, prison. And then he got out when I was 6 and 8, like that. So
Stop the show right there, ladies and gentlemen. Stop the show right there, ladies and gentlemen. So we are 3 generations. 3 generations. Grandmother, grandfather, mother, daughter, son and grandson. 3 generations. All of them have been subjugated to incarceration. Let me see if I can break it down for you real quick. I go back to my other video. This guy right here, Papa.
Because I didn't want to make more
Rodney, I think Judge understands your point at this point, okay?
So they want guns at the funeral? Is that where you're trying to go?
This guy right here where it says juvenile's parent, that's grandpa. He's the guy that when he had his daughter, when his daughter was 1 year old, according to the daughter, from 1 to 6 for 5 years, he was locked down for 5 summers and 5 winters. Then we get to the baby mama right here.
but since then, like, I had a good family. Like,
She was locked down twice when Lil Rodney was a toddler. Then we get the Lil Rodney. He about to do 7 years in juvie. He gonna get out at 19 His mama won't have a business to get him employed. His grandfather won't have a business to get him employed. The black community, the way it's going right now, won't have any businesses to get him employed. So when he get out at 19, what are the chances that he end up going back? Somebody talking about school to prison pipe. That's not school to prison pipeline. See, that's that Democratic bullshit right there. School to prison pipeline. You go to school, you get your grades, you graduate, you go to college, you get a job, you start a business, and you keep your ass out of trouble. You're not shooting 1-year-olds with guns. That ain't school. That's called choices. That's called decisions. So we gonna go ahead. We gonna segue because I'm tired of this nonsense. So she gonna break down how she ended up being a single mother, how she didn't put her father, her baby father, her baby daddy on child support because, you know, she didn't want to go fill out the paperwork. She was too lazy to go to the court to fill out the paperwork and try to get some resources to help raise the child because it's evidently he got some talent, he got some work ethic, he does rap, he does make some rap songs, he does garner some type of attention, so he's got some talent, but they won't invest in that dude. They don't care about Lil Rodney, and Lil Rodney is about to get ate up by the incarceration. She about to get ate up by Joe Biden. She about to get ate up not because of no school to prison pipeline. It's because of choices. And speaking of choices, we gotta break down your boy Walter Wallace. Y'all know Walter Wallace? Y'all know Walter Wallace? He was the Negro in Philadelphia who had a mental breakdown. And while having a mental breakdown, his own family called the police. Knowing that the dude had a knife in his hand, knowing that he couldn't be controlled, and when the police got there, your boy Walter Wallace, he didn't want to follow commands, he didn't want to drop the knife, he had the knife, the police is literally running away from this man, backing up, he approaches the officers by running at him, and they eventually shoot him. And then you see the mama who is heartbroken because she just saw her son get killed right in front of her. So my heart goes out to the family, but I want to focus in on the community. So when I wrap this video, because I'm not going to be long tonight.
Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! Bro, they just...
You see, so they end up shooting.
Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh my god!
And then the community, since they're on the Democratic plantation, they rather yell at the police than rather have the police render aid to maybe possibly save this man's life, like how the cops saved Jacob Blake's life after he was shot. But that's not what we're gonna focus on. We're gonna focus in on the community in the Democratic plantation. We gotta break down how strong the programming is.
They didn't use a tape. Why was...
So Eventually, no, there's going to be big protests and whatnot, so the police sergeant went out there to look at the situation and obviously take the heat from the community. But we're going to listen to the words of this gentleman right here, and then I'm going to go to Ice Cube's contract, and I'm going to close out with a rant.
Was the fact that they the first thing them officers did was pull their weapon on that man.
Not a taser.
They didn't use a taser. They didn't use a taser. They didn't use a taser. And why are officers in the community that's not of this community? They're not of this community. So when they're coming down here to police this community, they're scared.
Stop the show right there. So this man just said, why are these officers not of the community? Why are they from outside communities? And I'm sitting here looking at these. I almost said it. I almost said it. I'm looking at these Democratic, I'm sorry, I'm not going to say Democratic. I'm going to say these Negrocratic Negroes. Since they want police that lives in the community, why don't you take your Muppet ass down to the police academy and sign up and police your own goddamn community if you tired of black people getting killed in the street by white police officers, you stupid motherfucker. I'm sick and tired of you Negroes every day. You see the problems every day and you don't do a damn thing to do nothing about it. You pray to God and you pray to them goddamn Democrats that they gonna give you something. They're not giving you shit. The police ain't playing with you. If you got a knife, if you present yourself as a threat, the police is gonna take your life and they gonna ask questions later. And you won't tell your own brothers what's going on out in the streets. You got Ice Cube. Hold on, I'm about to go off today. Because he had this contract with 13 points. You go to number 13, unlucky 13. It says black responsibility. I'm going to read it to you before I blow my shit. It says chronic poverty creates an atmosphere full of negativity. Hold on. I can't even focus in. Frustration, hopelessness, depression, alcoholism, drug abuse, crime, and violence. There are some of conditions that plague the black community, which is dealing with extreme generational poverty. As we begin to gain social and economic equality, it is our duty to clean up ourselves and our community. This is a two-way street. As we gain social and economic equality, we must begin to dissolve any bitterness in our hearts for past wrong. We must become better citizens who are more productive for all levels of American society. We must really step up after. Let me read that again. We really must step up after we pass the contract with Black America with no excuse. Let me read that again. We really must step up after. Let me read it again because I don't think Negroes can comprehend English. See, I was on board with Ice Cube and his contract with Black America until I came to this one part that says we really must step up after, not before, not during, but we really must step up after we pass the contract with Black America with no more excuses left in the country. I'm not going to read the rest because after I got to that sentence, I done lost my mind. So with that said, I'm going to switch off and I'm going to give you a quick minute rant and then I'm going to shut down the stream. Why the hell do niggas got to wait after till they get something to do right? Why does the government have to incentivize you to do the right thing? Why can't you do the right thing off GP? Why can't you stop killing each other for the good? Why does somebody have to incentivize you with reparations? Why does somebody have to incentivize you with an economic plan to get you to stop killing each other, to get you off that alcohol, for you to put down the goddamn weed, for y'all to stop committing crimes? Why do somebody gotta incentivize you to do the right thing? Why does somebody have to incentivize you sorry ass niggas to self-improve? I'm gonna stop killing each other until we get our reparations. Since we ain't got our reparations, I'm gonna keep robbing and victimizing black people. Since we ain't got our reparations, I'm gonna keep drinking alcohol and enjoy my life in poverty. Because I don't want to self-improve unless somebody incentivizes something to make me self-improve. Even though if I self-improve and put down the drugs and put down the weed and put down the gun and actually take life seriously, I would get somewhere. But I'm not going to do that because I need reparations first. This is where we at in the black community. Somebody gotta incentivize you to stop killing each other. You can't even stop killing each other off GP. That's why you got Lil Rodney facing 7 years because he shot somebody. Because if he would have had reparations, he wouldn't be in that situation. Nipsey Hussle, he'd still be alive, and black folks got their reparations way back when the white man said they was gonna give him 40 acres in the mill. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, they would have still been alive. In fact, they wouldn't have to march for civil rights if they would have had reparations way back when. You know, Michael Jordan's father, he'll still be here. And black folks had reparations, you know. R. Kelly, he wouldn't be in jail for molesting black women if he would have had reparations first. Because, you know, if he would have had them reparations and the black community, even though he made millions of dollars in his career, if if we just had reparations, we could all get our shit together. I need somebody to explain to me, why does somebody have to incentivize you Negroes to get right? Somebody explain it to me. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Why does somebody have to incentivize you to act like you got some sense? And I was on board with Ice Cube up until... because it's right here, black and white. We really must step up. It says after we pass the contract with Black America. That's what it says. We must step up, not before. It doesn't say black people, even though we may not get this contract, we still have to step up. No, it says we really must step up after we pass the contract with Black America, with no more excuses left in the kennel. Our entertainers should be persuaded to deliver more positive content that leads our youth to make better choices in life. But since we didn't pass this contract, we still got rappers fronting on the gram, smoking weed on the gram, taking guns. And now we got Lil Rodney, who was 11 years old, going by because we don't have adult rappers doing good content because we ain't passed this black contract. Now Lil Rodney gotta do 7 years. But if you was really about black responsibility, you would tell black folks that they should step up regardless if this contract is passed or not, because black people taking responsibility and accountability on their lives is going to improve the black community. But you don't want to do that until you get your reparations. And we all know reparations ain't coming in the next 20 years. So in the next 20 years, we're going to see more Lil Rodneys. We're going to see more Nipsey Hussles. We're going to see more dead kids in Chicago, more dead kids in Detroit, more dead kids in Baltimore, more dead black men in all these Democratic ran cities and states. All because we really must step up after I was gonna close it out, but I'm gonna see if I could drop the link real quick. I'm gonna see if I could drop the link real quick, and if somebody could tell me where I'm wrong. I had somebody tell me about a school to prison pipeline. Yes, he tried to blame all this dysfunction on the school to prison pipeline. He tried to blame all this on the school to prison pipeline. White kids go to the same school. Latino kids go to the same school. Asian kids go to the same schools. Hell, even transsexuals is going to the same schools. But I don't see them on Instagram toting guns, smoking weeds, burning people's houses and cars, and shooting 1-year-old babies, even though they in the same school, with the same teacher, with the same book, because you had the Brown versus Board of Education that said separate ain't equal, so they put all y'all in the same school, with the same teachers, with the same book, with the same desk that squeaks when you sit in it. And y'all keep coming up with excuses, and now you got a contract with Black America that basically says you can act the fool all you want, but once we pass this contract, after we pass this contract, now y'all Negroes gotta act right. That's what it says. That's what it says to me. So I'm gonna see if I could drop the link real quick. Give me a second, because I didn't have StreamYards open. Hit 1 if you want to come into the chat room and explain to your boy, the Grandmaster Troll, why Negroes can't get right. I want somebody to explain it to me. I just want somebody to explain it to me.
More than 8,000 Alameda.
We got Real Gamer. He says, coming, GMT, coming with that fire tonight. I just want somebody to explain to me, why do you need a black contract to finally step up? Why can't you do it off GP? Why can't Negroes put down the guns before they get their reparations? Why can't they stop robbing and victimizing each other before they get their reparations? Somebody explain it to me. Are y'all really that broke? I mean, I see y'all on Instagram with the stack of money to your ear and you're still shooting each other. I mean, explain it to me, G. You got money. We just seen your girl, right? This is your girl right here.
Who'd you say?
That's your girl right here. She got her hair done. She got her eyebrows done. She got her makeup done. She got the jewelry on. She got her nails done. She got an iPhone. The iPhone got diamonds in it. You got money, G. You got money. You got a job. You got money. You're getting money. You do Lil Rodney, he rapping, he getting money, he rapping about getting money. He's still not acting right. So if you ask me, when y'all do get reparations, it's not going to solve the problem, because you got money now. They got all these programs, food stamps, this, that. They just gave you a bunch of EDD money, got stimulus check money. They giving you everything. Y'all not living out on the street. Y'all not homeless out on, even the homeless folk who got nothing. They not even killing each other. You got a roof over your head. You got food on the plate. You got clothes on your back. You got the nice car that you got a car payment. You got money. You got money, G. Somebody explain it to me. I just want somebody to explain it to me. You got everything you want. You got a roof over your head, you got clothes on your back, you got food, you're not hungry, you're eating good, you on Instagram eating steak and lobsters, you're getting your nails done. I see y'all on Instagram. The dudes who killed XXXTentacion, they was on Instagram. Big stack of money. They still try to rob me to get more money. You got money, G. You got money. Somebody says money phones are fake 95% of the time. So they literally on Instagram spreading letters just like this, talking about they got all this money, talking about how they went to Jacob, they went to the Jake, they went to Duran, they got the diamond earrings in there, they got the ice, but somehow the money phone to the ear is fake. They got spinners on their cars, they got the candy apple paint. They got the fresh shoes on their feet with the Jabot jeans. They got the Gucci on. But they ain't got no money. They telling us they ain't got no money. Somebody make it make sense to me. I just want somebody to make it make sense to me, because I'm looking at. I'm looking at.
Say what before that?
My granny and the projects.
Okay. And stop 6 too? Okay. So most of your family like is in that area type shit. Okay.
Born and raised in the projects.
Yeah, do you think it helped you like having two parents? You know, like I ain't have two parents. I ain't even. Yeah, I had parents, but they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
my dad
when I got
most of my
older, like I said, when my parents got out, well, I don't know why I keep saying that, but when they got out and I was 8, you know, and I finally had both of them together, like, I mean, it was cool. And like, of course, like, yeah, that was a lot. Both of my parents here, you know, my parents was on that shit. They took care of us, like, you know, it was good from then. Like, but I had struggles younger growing up with other people taking care of me and stuff like that, but you know.
Yeah, it is what it is type of shit that went on. So okay, so were you bad when you were growing up, or were you like a good kid?
I guess I would say I was bad, but I was respectable. It was a different kind of bad for back then, you know what I mean? I guess you would say typical behavior problems, just like talking bad, thinking I'm, you know, just.
I mean, no shit. I mean, your son, who wasn't even 11 years old, he already shot a 1-year-old. I mean, if that's not bad, I mean, I can't even say I mean, if the new bad is 11-year-old shooting 1-year-old babies, I was a goddamn angel. I mean, where do you go? We got Chica Platica, sorry if I pronounce your name, for the $10 super chat, but if your 11-year-old son shot a 1-year-old baby allegedly, and if somebody asks you, well, when you were a child, were you bad? Well, you know, I wasn't that bad. You know, I may have been 16 and gotten pregnant, you know, but you know, I wasn't that bad, you know. I stole cookies from the cookie jar, you know. I couldn't sit still in school, but you know, I wasn't that bad. But we got Lil Rodney. He's setting people's houses and cars on fire. He breaking ankle monitors, shooting 1-year-old babies, taking pictures with the judge, talking about fuck Judge Kim on it. He all in the juvenile facility, smashing stuff up with a shirt off. You didn't think I saw that video, Lil Rodney? I saw that video. Yeah, you got your boy Lil Rodney in juvie, shirt off, throwing chairs, taking broomsticks, swinging and hitting stuff. Oh, I saw that video. I'm not going to play it, But I saw that video. I know what y'all Negroes do. I know. I've been black for 31 years. And according to Joe Biden, November 3rd, when I don't vote for Joe Biden, I won't be black anymore. I can't wait to take my black ass down to that poll booth. The first thing I'm going to do is find where it says Biden and Trump. I'm going to make sure I check the box next to Trump. And when I walk out that poll booth, I won't be black anymore. So when y'all never get Ice Cube's contract with Black America, I won't have to worry about it, because according to Joe Biden, who said if I don't vote for him, I ain't black. So I ain't got nothing to worry about with you Negroes. Y'all gonna have to deal with your own problems. They said by the year 2050, black wealth is going to be $0. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to jump off the train in the year 2020. That'll give me a 30-year head start on you Negroes. But let's play this interview real quick. That's right. I won't be black anymore. Once I vote for Trump, I won't be black anymore. And when black people try to explain, no, yeah, you're supposed to be one of us, man. You're black. I'm going to say, no. You remember when Joe Biden said, if I don't vote for him, I ain't black? I'm gonna stand up on the chair and I'm going to shout to the mountaintops that I voted for Donald Trump. I ain't black no more.
You know, natural, and I'm a girl too, so you know, girls are a little sassy. You know, I've been a little sassy, bossy kind of. You know, nothing that was too, you know. And then plus, growing up when you light skinned, you know, girls try to try you and stuff. So
you think girls try to try you because you light skinned it?
Back then, that pretty shit, they would try you. Like, you know, they don't think you be on it,
but oh my God. Oh my, did I just hear what I just said? Let me go ahead and rewind it.
Try to try you and stuff, so
you think girls try to try you?
Nothing that was too, you know, and then plus growing up when you light skinned, you know, girls try to try you and stuff, so you think girls try to try you because you light skinned it? Back then, that pretty shit, they would try you. Like, you know, they don't think you be on it, but
she said, y'all know me. Y'all know me. I'm team light skin. See, they got the game so fucked up that you could have bird feathers on your eyebrows, be overweight, thugging it up, weaving it up, sandling up, and because you light skinned, that give you a pass because you pretty. You could be light skinned and unattractive like Sandra Rose is right here. She tried to say, well, you know, back in high school, you know, I was pretty and I was light skinned, so you know I had all these problems with all these black females who happened to be of a darker skin tone. No. They was probably messing with you because you was doing something you would have no business doing. You probably being disrespectful. You was probably out there thotting it up. At 16, you was pregnant. That's probably why they didn't like you. They was trying to check you on your bullshit. I know. So were there some light skins who got bullied because they were pretty and light skinned? Sure. But I'm looking at you right now. You couldn't have been one of them. No. I'm looking at you right now. You can't even look straight into the camera. You got birds on your eyelashes. I'm not sure if you could even see when you blink.
They don't know I come from the projects. When I go home, my brothers and them, they really ratchet, and we really was living in life. So when they tested me, it was always funny because I would always like beat their ass, you know.
That part.
Like, for real, no cap. Like, I would always like beat their ass. And you know, like, I got a lot of respect there. I had to beat a lot of people's ass, you know what I'm saying? But they know what it is. Like, they know.
Okay. So you mentioned just being a light skin, like how that kind of, you know, made, I guess, dark skinned chicks want to put their hands on you. Like, do you feel like you got shown extra love because you was light skinned? Like, niggas thought you was cute and, you know, shit like, no, because you know how y'all be acting about light skins, you know, and the curly hair. Is that your hair?
Know how they, you know, that's not
okay, well, I might X that part out.
He said, is that your, no, that's weave, nigga. That's weave, nigga. Is Micah beat? Did you hear that, Micah? He said, is that your? He said, is that your real hair? Nah, that's weave, nigga.
You know, I'm just saying, though, light skins, y'all be having the herd. Y'all be, you know what I'm saying?
They say about light skins, and I can just say honestly that probably is true to an extent, you know, and we just stand out different from black women. That's just how I see it. We just two different lanes. You know what I'm saying? I'm better than nobody. It's just, yeah, I'm still black, but my dad's white, my mom's black. They say you are with your dad, but nah.
So you mulatto?
Yeah, no, I'm just
okay.
Mixed.
Well, you know what? I know it's interesting you said that because that would happen. Like a white man would have, you know, Thomas Jefferson. People like they have the black slave. They had the kids with. Your kids might be in the house. You know, back in the slavery days. Okay, yeah, okay, I did too much.
You tell me that. Why? Because my dad's white and my mom is black.
Yeah, no, when I ain't mean like basically. But anyway, I'm just saying, you know, I think that, you know, I'm dark skinned. You hurt my feelings, but
I like dark skinned people. You know?
No, yeah.
And darker skinned chicks, they grown in the new little generation. Like they look cute now. You know, back in the day we growing up, they used to be ugly, little nappy headed and shit. But they cute. They did grown into their little look.
Who you shoot the slug at? Who you mad at? Let me find out. Okay, so now you the Lil Rodney's mom, right? How old were you when you had Lil Rodney?
Duh, real time. It's my usual Rodney mom. They go ahead.
I gotta ask it though.
I was 16 when I had him.
You were 16, so
she was 16 when she had Lil Rodney. So that makes her, according to today, she's a 27, 28-year-old little kid. A 27, 28-year-old little kid who, instead of being at Lil Rodney's court hearing on a Zoom call, you couldn't even make a Zoom call. You got an iPhone in your hand that you can't even put down. You couldn't even hop on a Zoom call for 30 minutes to check in on your 12-year-old son, but you could come to YouTube and give a 15-minute interview. This is where we at in America. And they want to blame the school to prison pipeline for this. They want to blame Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton for this. They want to blame the civil rights movement for this. They want to blame the crack era for this. They want to blame Jim Crow for this. They want to blame slavery for this. They want to blame the fact that since we ain't got our reparations yet, we don't have to actually step up and do better. This is where we're at. So now she gonna break down this Lil Rodney case.
So, for you, like, how was that having a kid when you were 16?
I mean, I've always grew up, I guess you would say, a little fast. So when it happened, it just like happened, and I loved him so much. I just like, hey, it's us, you know. And I just kind of went.
So shit, according to her, she was growing up fast. I mean, just real fast. You know, she probably had lost her virginity at 14. Probably had multiple partners. Then when she got 16. Probably was doing the Ramil aymr thing, letting dudes hit it raw, and end up getting pregnant. End up becoming a single mother at 16.
For everything, but I ain't kind of think this far for us. You know, we came a long way. We 12 from 16, like, and I'm 28. That's a little long stretch, you know what I mean? But I love every moment. Like, that's my baby. Like.
Right. So it was just kind of natural, like you just, this is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
I've never to this day never bought myself nothing without buying my son something too. And sometimes during that 12 years when I couldn't buy both of us something at times, then I would make sure I buy for him. Like, that's my baby, you know?
So
I know, because you was acting irresponsible and you couldn't provide for your son because, you know, you was young, you know, you was trying to figure out your way in the world. But since you did all of that, you know, you a good mother because you sacrificed. That one time when you took him to McDonald's and you didn't have enough money for you and your son, you know, you paid you bought your son a Happy Meal, and that makes you a good mother. I know. You're a great mother. I mean, you're just a great mother. I mean, your son is facing 7 years in juvie, and instead of you being on that Zoom call, you would come to YouTube and do an interview about your son because you love your son so much. You've been by your son's side this whole time, even though he on the Instagram smoking weed, even though he rapping about robbing people, killing people, fucking bitches. I mean, we should give you the Mother of the Year award. We gotta give you the Mother of the Year award because without you, where would the Joe Bidens be investing in privatized prisons, you know? I mean, they literally can't pay their own bills unless they have mothers like you. You guys know, mothers who don't watch their sons. They in the other room on Instagram talking about as they're on probation. No, they just left the courtroom. Instead of you taking the phone from your son, your son is gonna go on Instagram, take a picture of the judge and put "fuck Judge Kim" on it, and the mother just, I'm just a great mom, you know. I sacrifice so much for my son, you know. When it's time to buy him clothes and us clothes, I might not have money to buy the clothes, so I sacrifice. You know, I go without. I give my son the world. This is what's going on, and this is right here. It's right here.
So
we've been locked in. Period.
Right.
16.
Are y'all like y'all? So y'all close?
Yeah.
Y'all's relationship now, or y'all still close?
Yes.
Okay.
We are so close. I mean, me and my son is like this. We so close. We like this. You know, he facing 7 years, 6 winters and 6 summers. Even though I didn't have to go to court to show how close and how I had his back and I was by his side, they had his whole court trial on a Zoom call. Instead of me picking up my iPhone and being on that Zoom call and be by my son, because we like this. I'm on YouTube giving an interview about my son because I care so much about my son.
Closer. What you mean? We still time to, you know, we feel like everybody is just No,
against y'all?
Yeah, it ain't even about that, like against us. It's just kind of weird to me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But of course.
Let me go ahead and back up real quick. I believe I still got it. Do I still got it? Oh, I don't have it anymore. Do I want to bring it up? Do I want to bring it up? Do I want to bring it up? I think I want to bring that video up real quick. So we gonna take a small little break. Let me. We got my man, the psychology of action potential, says she think it's cute. Till little dude dead. Till little dude is dead. I know this type. He out for attention, just like this angry man face biatch is. But hold on, let me see if I can back it up and find it.
Trying to go?
No, that was a long time after the funeral.
Right?
Your Honor.
So you went to a funeral for a friend, but you don't know the friend's last name?
In the courtroom.
No, because we all go by nicknames, and everybody noticed. And then he said I couldn't go because I didn't know the last name, and that hurt.
Her son is in the courtroom crying, facing 7 years, and I don't see the mother who said they was like this. She said she was like this. Even did I love my son. This is what they doing. I love my son, but I don't see her anywhere. I don't see her in not one of these boxes.
I miss so many events.
He got friends dying. He's trying to go to their funeral because he knows in the hood. He knows in the hood as a black man tomorrow isn't promised. And now he got friends dropping, and all he wanted to do was go show some support. But his own mother ain't even in the courtroom.
And your nickname is 30 Shots, right?
Yes, sir. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, sir.
Well, you're not going to lie. You've lied to me before.
I'm just telling all the truth. It ain't nothing to lie. You know everything.
Rodney, here's the problem. It's like, if you lie to me so many times, how do I know when you're lying? And how do I know when you're telling the truth?
Because I'm tell all the truth. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I promise to God right here to the man, I'm not gonna lie to you. Anything you ask me, I'm gonna tell you.
But remember when you raise your hand, promise to God that you're not going to cut off your monitor?
I had to go to my own boy funeral, and that's it. That was it. That's all I asked for time out for. I was never gonna cut it. I would have.
Hey, Rodney. Okay.
Rodney,
Okay.
you just told me you're not going to lie.
No.
Rodney, I'm really tired of you lying to me. I just said, I'm tired of, like, every time you come in here, you cry. You know that, right? Like, every single time you come in here, you cried. And every single time you...
So he in the courtroom about to get 6 to 7 years. And this is what her mom talking about.
Of course, I'm lying. We even more closer now because, of course, like, we locked in. That's my baby.
That part. And we're gonna get into some of the negative. But before we do, I just kind of want to give the people a feel of who you are. You know what I'm saying, and what makes you, you. So you were in what grade around this time? Like 10th grade?
16, yeah. 10th grade.
Okay. And so, did he go to school with you? Like, would you take him with you? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I went to New Lives, and it's funny you asked that. And it's a school, I don't know if you ever heard of it, but, you know, you can take your baby. They got, like, a daycare and all.
No, I ain't heard of it. I ain't know they...
I went to that school.
They was on that. It must be nice. Y'all living like, y'all got daycares at schools.
Got my baby dressed up. You took him right on to that schoolhouse.
See, this is where we at. This is where we're at in America. You best believe this is a democratic policy where a single mother could take her infant son to school, and they got a daycare at the school, trying to take the burden, try to take the pressure off single mothers so they could actually go to school, get their education, and do something for themselves. But they go to school playing.
Daddy didn't have that, you hear me? Yeah, figured he found a little school for me. You know, my dad white, he fully researched. I ain't give up, okay, this is what it is, you know, kind of like, you gotta do what you gotta do for your family, you know.
Your dad is funny.
My dad? What do you mean?
I'm gonna get into it. We gonna get into it. He's just funny. Because that's Paw. I just be like Paw.
Yeah, that's Paw.
Man,
that's
like
his dad. That's his son. Like, you know, we have an equal, like, set foundation, like, parent. Because that's like his dad. Like, and that's my dad.
So where was
my son doesn't have a dad. So
Stop the show right there, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta stop the show right there, ladies and gentlemen. Earlier in my YouTube career, I doxed the big name in the black manosphere. This dude goes by the name of BGS Itmore. Now, he gets on YouTube, he'll tell you about the gunocracy, he'll tell you about single motherhood, he'll tell you about this, that, and the third, and how to raise children, this, that, and the third. He ended up raising a single mother who for 7 years would not give her son a haircut, and for those 7 years, the grandfather, because the daddy is not in the picture, wouldn't even cut his own grandson's head, and his son didn't get a haircut until a white kid in school grabbed him by his hair and said, "Are you a girl or a boy?" Because that kid's hair had grown so long, and the whole manosphere got mad at me because BGS Itmore proved himself to be, according to his former right-hand man, Cerulean Gray, a derelict Negro male who was derelict in his masculinity, but more importantly, derelict in his fatherhood. They got mad at me instead of holding these grandfathers accountable because they're the real dad. You just heard what she said. They want to get mad at people like me because I'm exposing you to the truth, what's going on in your community, and why 1-year-olds are getting shot and killed, and why houses are being, and cars are being burned down and set on fire. They get mad at me, but they won't get mad at these derelict Negro males. That's why you got Black Lives Matter talking about. Let me get something to drink. I'll be back. You got these we got Black Lives Matter talking about they're against the nuclear family and they want a village. And the reason why Black Lives Matter want a village because there's too many derelict Negro males who are either fathers and or grandfathers for some reason under their patriarchal leadership. They somehow claim that the gynocracy undercuts their authority. They talk about how democratic policies undercut their authority, and they can't lead properly. But when they have under their own household, like we have with Lil Rodney, because we gonna go back to Pawpaw. Oh, we gonna talk about Pawpaw because he was in the courtroom. Let's see what Pawpaw had to say in the courtroom.
You beg me for one more chance because you swear to God on my mama's name, I'm not going to cut off the monitor. I'm not going to run off every single time.
I did my two.
Right?
Yes, and then, but look, I'm not even lying. Only God knows, my papa knows, and Mr. Spears knows why I cut off that EM.
Yeah, what I can't figure out is why you're always lying to me, and every time you tell me that you're not going to lie. Grandpa, you remember those conversations, right?
Quite well, sir. Yes, sir.
Every single time he promised me, I swear to God. You know, God's got to be angry with you swearing to him so many times.
But Papa, why did I cut it?
No, it's not about you cutting. I'm talking about why you're lying.
Look like he over there. Papa, can you tell him why I cut it off? So this dude, Lil Rodney, was in the house, wanted to go to the funeral. No, he couldn't go because he had the ankle monitor, and he told Papa, I'm going to cut off this ankle monitor, and I'm going to break the rules and the guidelines of my probation because I want to go to this funeral. And you got Papa sitting over there, and he not saying nothing. I'm trying to figure out, if you're supposed to be the father, why couldn't you sit this 11-year-old and watch him and make sure he didn't cut off that ankle monitor and go to that goddamn funeral and then end up allegedly shooting a 1-year-old baby? I'm just trying to figure out, Papa, where was you at when all this was going down, when he set somebody's house or a car or some property on fire and got put on probation and the judge gave him a chance? Where was you at when your son, your grandson, was on Instagram talking about fuck Judge Kim? I'm trying to figure out, why didn't you take your son's cell phone and take his computer away so he wouldn't get in trouble, because he was getting nothing but in trouble on Instagram. I'm trying to figure out, when he was in the studio making them rap songs talking about selling drugs, killing and fucking bitches, where was you at, Papa? I'm just trying to, I need somebody to make it make sense to me. Where was you at, Papa? And now you in courtroom and your grandson, he trying to get off light, so he gonna throw you under the bus, and you over there, you not saying nothing, Papa. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the community.
That's what I'm talking about right now, right? Like every time you think, here's the thing, right? The first time you came in here and you cried, like you were bawling, right? And you were crying, and I felt sorry for you because you're just this little kid that I thought was crying. And then now I'm realizing you just cry every single time. I don't think they're fake tears. I think you're really crying. But you cry every time. It's because you're a kid. You're 11 years old. I'm sorry. Now you're 12 years old, right? And that's my problem, is I don't like little 11 and 12-year-olds here because you're just immature. I mean, you're a baby. And so now, but the thing is, Rodney, if you want to be treated like an adult, you do adult things, and then you're asking me to treat like an adult. So I don't know why you cry so much. Right? I mean, you going around pointing guns, and now you're accused of shooting a little kid. And then I know what's going on. I know what's going on over at Parks Mall. I know what's going on out on the street. Like, I know all this, right?
Yes, sir.
I understand you're just causing problems everywhere you go. But here's the thing, Rodney, right? I'm not going to let you go because I know you're going to go out there. You can handle more guns. Maybe somebody else gets shot, right? I know you're going to go out there. You're going to make more videos about Judge Kim, right? Because I've seen those too.
I made another video about you. That was the only video.
Right? So, you know, this is one of those things. I know you're going to go out and you're going to do your thing and cause more problems. So here's the thing. You're not as tough as you think you are. All right? You're not as tough as you're trying to make yourself out to be. right? You're not. I mean, you're just causing problems and you're making people pick sides. And the thing is, everyone that's picking a side is losing. They're all losing because you know what? They're picking a side over you, a kid that's just trying to milk the system, right? You're just using everyone else around you, including your grandpa, including Mr. Spence, including me.
I don't use them. I don't got nothing.
You don't think you use your grandpa?
I don't use my bubble.
Grandpa, how many times have you been evicted because of him?
About
How many times?
3-4 times.
Right?
I'm not using you.
I love you, son. I love you.
You don't listen to him. You don't follow his rules.
Even his own papa has to give him. But I want to know more. I want to know more about the patriarch, the white patriarch, because as you heard from the single mother of the year, she said, Paul. He wasn't just the grandfather, he was the real father. So I want to hear about what Paul got going on.
So,
My dad is his dad.
What happened with his biological father?
I mean, nothing happened to him. It was kind of middle school, high school, you know, sweethearts or whatever you got. And then, like, when I got older, shit, he didn't ever act like he wanted to step up. So, shit, I never looked back at nothing. I just thought I stepped up for all his part and mine this whole time. I never looked back. I don't got time to be worried about no child support or what he gonna do, no birthdays, Christmas. He just non-existent to me. I don't look for him, and he don't look for me, and that's cool. Like
That part.
I ain't worried
So,
about it.
do you believe?
I know you're not looking for him. You gonna be a strong black woman, huh? You gonna be superhero mom, huh? You gonna be super mom, huh? You gonna put on for the single black mothers of America. You gonna represent, huh? You gonna show them proud, huh? You gonna show them we don't need the patriarch, huh? I know. Believe me, I know. They tell me about single mothers in this sector of YouTube. They tell me everything about you. They literally, you had one Negro by the name of the Grinch. He literally wrote a book about you. And what you do, how you do it, and why you do it. He literally wrote a book on you. He wrote a book on women like you. But go ahead and explain this whole pie of dysfunction for me.
In child support? You know, some girls women be like,
see, even the angry man said, he said, if the dude is trying to be involved in the son's life, they will put that dude on child support. But if the dude just walks away and doesn't do nothing, doesn't want to be involved, then the women will not put that man on child support. Just the dudes who want to be involved. They literally wrote the book on you females. And when I first heard this, I was still under the gynocentric democratic programming. But since I had this whole world of what y'all do and how y'all do, I know why y'all do what y'all do. They literally wrote books on you females. They literally wrote the book on you.
Filling stuff out and doing all that. If you know me, like, oh God.
Hold on, let's just go ahead.
do you believe in child support? You know, some girls women be like,
filling stuff out and doing all that. If you know me, like, oh God, I can't even get into all that, but I don't need.
She said, I don't even feel like filling stuff out. If you know me, so that means she don't want to fill out the paperwork. She don't want to fill out a job application. She don't want to fill out an LLC form. She don't want to learn and pick up a book and learn about education or economics, because if you know these women, all they know is entitlement programs. They too lazy to get right. And you got dudes like O'Shea Jackson. I'm talking about Ice Cube. Literally wasting his time writing a contract for people like you so y'all can get right and actually do right. You too lazy to go to the child support office to get resources that's going to help you, your son, and your grandfather. You don't want to do it. For some reason, you don't want to do it. It makes no sense to me how people could live this way. They say, are the young men next door family members or gang members? I have no idea.
Even barely have an ID. Like, what you mean?
So,
okay, hold on. How do you barely have an ID?
Doing all that, if you know me, like, oh God, I can't even get into all that, but I don't even barely have an ID. Like, what?
They barely have an ID. They barely have a driver's license. These are 28, 27-year-old kids right here. Barely have an ID.
What you mean?
So, okay, boom. So look, at some point, and this is different for females, like it's sad to say, but we expect our sons at some point to start thugging. But like the girls, like, you know, they mostly be CNAs or, you know, somewhere in that department. But you jump off the porch. Like, what inspires you to jump off the porch?
What do you mean I jump off the porch?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like.
Because I had a child.
No. Like you told me you was in opinion what you want. Oh yeah.
I mean. Yeah, that's like as I got older though, you know.
Yeah. So we jumping forward to the older days.
And I guess
going to jail is not jumping out the porch too.
Yeah, what's what I'm saying? What happened for you to go to jail?
I guess okay.
Some niggas just be going to jail. They don't be off porch sticks.
That's dumb as hell.
So what did she do to get locked up? That's what we want to know. And my man Woohoo he says kid on the left look like a simp. He said he think he's suave.
I mean, it's kind of in my family to like be a hustler, have a lot of ambition, you know, for money. And then like when I had my son and stuff, I kind of got into that world or something because I had to look out for us. We ain't waiting on no niggas. We ain't doing none of that. So I always had the mind frame. I like money and to take care of my son. I always make sure we good. Like, right. Like we've always been good, and I always made sure that we was good. So I guess I can see what you saying in a sense, like, and of course, like,
yeah. I mean, I'm just saying you just was doing what you had to do.
Jumping in that life, of course, like, it's taking a risk. So that's what came in. Like I said, I went to prison. I've been to prison.
Yeah, that's another favorite term these Negrocratic Negroes love to use. They love talking about, you know, I had to do what I had to do. You know, I wasn't waiting on no 9 to 5, this, that, and the third. You know, I had to do what I had to do. But this is what the Negrocratic Negroes who live this life, who do what they had to do under the guise of poverty, this is what they don't tell you. So they had no money, they start hustling, they get caught, they go to jail for a number of months. But when they get out of jail, they have no money, they turn on the straight and narrow. And then, as you can see from her, she got the brand new weed, She got the eyelashes and the eyebrows and the makeup done. She got the lip gloss on. She got the jewelry on, nails, bracelets. Even got a couple of tattoos. Even got a iPhone with the diamonds in it. So I'm trying to figure out, at some point you started from nothing, then you turn straight and narrow, and you go through the grind the legal way, and you begin to come up out of your dire situation. See, this is what Negroes will never tell you. They say I had to do what I had to do, then they get popped, serve these long bids, and then get out of jail with nothing but $40. But then they end up turning their life around and go about doing things the right way. Next thing you know, you see them driving the car. They got a house over a head. They start to actually improve their financial situation by doing the right things and not us. This is what the Negrocratic Negroes who reform themselves, this is what they never tell you. They won't tell you, you know what? If I would have did what I did after I got out of jail, the first time, I would never have to went to jail. If I would have just went the long way instead of trying to cheat the system, instead of trying to take shortcuts, I would have made. This is what the Negrocratic Negroes will never tell you.
Twice. That's the only thing that ever kept me away from my son. It was just 6 months at a time when he was younger. Mm-hmm. So I guess it wasn't really that impactful, but it was, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I mean,
really, you know, and I did that in the past. I lived and learned from that, you know what I'm saying? So kind of would make me strong, make me like the woman I am now. Like I'm strong, like period.
No, for
like,
sure.
if you know me, like, you know.
Yeah.
So.
They out here strong. I know. You out here, James Winston strong. If you strong, we strong. I need somebody to give me the muscle emoji in the chat room, because we strong out here. We strong out here. 12-year-old boy, son facing 7 years. You talking about we strong out here. You in the weight room strong. I'm gonna go ahead and rewind that, because I wanna hear about how strong we is.
It make me strong, make me like the woman I am now. And I did that in the past. I lived and learned from that. You know what I'm saying? So kind of would make me strong, make me like the woman I am now. Like I'm strong, like period.
She said, I'm strong out here.
No, for
like,
sure.
If you know me, like, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah, so what kind of kid was Lil Rodney when he was growing up?
I mean, spoiled. He was a good kid. I always been respectful, like, just good. He ain't really bug on none of all that. He just liked to be fly. He just liked to be fly and cool, pretty much. That was it, you know? Kind of like what he really is right now, outside all the...
So your boy Lil Rodney, he liked being fly. He was spoiled. This and that, didn't have to worry about eating or clothes, as you heard. He liked to be fly. He was spoiled.
Being gangster stuff.
He was like a mama's boy.
Yeah.
In a sense. Yeah.
Still is a mama's boy.
So like on an average day, what is a Lil Rodney day like? Before 10 and all the extra stuff happens.
I mean, he always like getting dressed up. He always like dancing and just chilling, you know, catching his own vibe, doing whatever like he wanted to do, eat whatever he wanted to eat, like, you know, he be chilling. He always just be.
You know, I know he had his clothes and he was able to eat. He didn't have to worry about food, but he facing 6 years and 6 summers because somewhere along the way, ladies and gentlemen, somewhere along the way, ladies and gentlemen, Lil Rodney, 12 years old, facing 7 years in juvie because he tried to set something on fire. He broke his probation, then allegedly shot a 1-year-old. He didn't shoot a grown man. He didn't even shoot a kid his age. He shot a 1-year-old. Came from a mother who, pregnant at 16, went to jail. Was born by two-parent household. Both parents went to jail, but according to her, when they got out, they provided a good life for him, took care of him. But we 3 generations in jail. Action Potential says he did what he wanted, but y'all was struggling. He liked to dress up with y'all from the projects. He is officially Lil Malibu's most wanted. But this is what's strong. This is what's strong. Let me see if I can flex hard. See that vein right there? They strong out. They strong out here, G. This is what's strong. You could literally come on YouTube days after your son is sentenced to 7 years in juvie. You're not even on the Zoom call, but you on YouTube talking about how strong you are. So with that said, y'all know who it is. It's your boy, the Grandmaster Troll, the most dangerous troll on YouTube. The community, it's hanging on by a thread. The Negrocratic Negroes are dying to get Joe Biden out here because they need democratic policies. They need to be able, they had schools for single mothers where they could drop they baby sons, they baby daughters at the daycare, at the school, and they could go get an education free of charge. That's what the policies the Democratic Party is giving them. And it's still not working. And the reason it's not working, because like the contract with Black America that Ice Cube says, there is no black responsibility because you guys need reparations before y'all can take responsibility for y'all situation. So you're going to get the same cycle you've been getting over and over and over and over and over again. Because somehow we got to incentivize a group of people, not everybody in that group, but there's a large portion that has to be incentivized to do the right thing. They just can't do the right thing and reap the benefits from doing the right thing. We got to incentivize you. And the thing about it, what they're incentivizing you with, you're not going to get. So with that said, if you got 1-year-olds, you better watch them, because believe me, there are more Lil Rodneys out there. There are more Mr. 30 Shots, Baby Savages. That's his name, a Baby Savage. He did his own Take the Race impersonation and broke his ankle monitor so he could go to a funeral where he allegedly shot a 1-year-old. He called himself a 1-year-old action potential. He says, I went to Navy to escape the streets. I admit, the military saved my life. But if you listen to the Negrocratic Party, the military is the white man's army, and you have no business going into the white man's army because you be a slave to the white man. Even though when you go to that white man's army, he'll pay for your education, he'll pay you, he'll help you get a house, he'll help you improve your life. All you gotta do is put in the work and go through the process. But Negroes, for whatever reason, don't want to go through the process. You just heard from her. She didn't even want to go down to the court office to fill out child support papers. She barely got an ID. Just barely. I mean, she barely got an ID. That's how low the bar is set. To get an ID, you just gotta have a birth certificate and the social security card. You fill out the paperwork. Now you ain't even gotta go to the DMV and sit in the 2-hour line. You can fill that out on the laptop at home, and they'll mail you an ID, and you could barely do that. If you could barely get an ID, how are you going to raise a young boy to be a productive man in this society? And you could barely get an ID. You got no problem getting that weed put in your hair. You got no problem putting the eyelashes on. No problem getting your nails and feet did. You got no problem getting the iPhone and paying the bill. And you got no problem taking your iPhone to one of them shops in the mall, one of them kiosk shops in the mall, and have the Asian juror put the diamonds in the back of you got no problem doing that, but you could barely get an ID. Your priorities is fucked up. That's the problem. And you got Rob Harbour talking about it's Pawpaw's fault. Pawpaw, he can't watch everybody. I mean, Pawpaw is supposed to be enjoying his retirement by now. He can't watch bad kids like Lil Rodney. He got to take care of Lil Rodney, then he got to take care of his daughter, then he got to pay the bills in his house. Pawpaw needs some help. And Pawpaw, he just got some help today. Pawpaw got some help today. Hold on. Pawpaw, he got some help today. When your boy right here, Judge Kim, sentenced your boy to 7 years, Pawpaw got some help today.
Right? And so he loves you.
Papa, so before I even cut that monitor, I was doing everything you asked me, right? Everything.
Yes, but you did cut the monitor because you wanted to go to the funeral. Agreed, but that's all over with. We're here at this point now. We got to deal with what you got to deal with. And you keep blaming Judge Kim, and that's why we are where we are now.
Your papa is a wise man. You know, he's here every single time you have a detention hearing. Every single time. Right? Because he loves you and cares about you. But you're out there thinking that there's something better than the home that he's providing. Right? You gotta show him some gratitude. So
see, this is how wise Pawpaw is. Pawpaw knew if I go there every day, show my support, Judge Kim gonna see Lil Rodney. He gonna see his ways, and he gonna pull him away for 7 years, and that's 7 years. Pawpaw, he ain't gotta worry about somebody setting fires in his house, breaking into his room, stealing money out of his wallet, not doing chores. Pawpaw ain't gotta worry about none of that. See, Pawpaw didn't go to the court judge be like, well, I understand your situation, Lil Rodney. I mean, you got no father, your mother isn't here, you got no grandparents, you know. Nobody's here supporting you, even though you shot a 1-year-old, you know. Even though you lived up to Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden's rhetoric of being a super predator, you know what? I'm gonna give you one more chance. Even though you shot a 1-year-old, I'm gonna give you one more chance. We are gonna put 2 ankle monitors on you, and we're gonna send you back to Pawpaw's house. And since you told me that you on your mama name, on Pawpaw name, on everything you love, you're not gonna cut these monitors off. I'm gonna give you one more chance, but Pawpaw say, no, I'm gonna make sure I go down there. You better not send Lil Rodney back to my house. I'm supposed to be enjoying my twilight years.
Anyways, you know, before I used to make a deal saying you get to level 10 and I'll let you out on the monitor again. At this point, I'm detaining you, and I'm just going to figure out. We'll see how you do. I'm going to leave it open-ended. You may stay here till you're 19 years old. I haven't decided yet. All right? So we'll just see. We'll see how it goes. But either way, if you don't behave here, then I know you're not going to behave outside. What you manage to do is get to your behavior level up. I'll release you, and then you go out and you just break the rules again. So, you know, you can only lie to somebody so many times before they stop trusting you. You'll find out with your friends too.
Now, imagine, you commit arson, you set somebody's house or car or property on fire, they put you on probation, you go on Instagram talking about fuck Judge Kim, you cut the ankle monitor off your ankle to go somewhere you're not supposed to go, violating probation. You shoot a 1-year-old, and the judge still says if you behave in jail, we will let you out before you turn 19. I mean, god damn. What does a Negro have to do to get put away for good? What do you have to do to get put away for good? I mean, you're setting stuff on fire, you're shooting 1-year-olds, and the judge basically said, if you could go to the jury detention and act like you got some sense, I'll let you out early. But if you go to the jury and you still cutting up, you'll just be in there for 7 years, even though you allegedly shot a 1-year-old.
When will I see you again?
Oh, you'll see me every 5 days. I do this when you're 11 years old. I want to see you every 5 days just to make sure that we stay in communication with each other.
So I'll see you Monday?
Yeah, it'll be next Monday.
I love you, Rodney.
Papa, tell my mama I love her.
And I love you, and I will.
All right. Okay, so you're detained. Thank you.
So your boy got put away and is about to do some serious time. They said, how did the 1-year-old end up shot by him? That's a good question. Let's see if we can find the answer to that. How did the 1-year-old actually get shot? That's a good question. Let's see if I can do a little bit of homework. See if we could get the story. Because nobody has the story of the alleged incident. They don't mention how or the shooting incident. It just says during his hearing, Rodney claims he cut off his monitor to attend a friend's funeral. However, he couldn't recall the friend's name. It's noted that after shooting the toddler, Rodney, who also goes by 30 shots, so it doesn't document the alleged crime. Let's see what these people got right here. No, they all basically got the same story, so it doesn't say how Lil Rodney shot the 1-year-old. It's all alleged right now. But with that said, we've been going strong for 2 hours. It's your boy, the Grandmaster Troll. Thanks for those that hit the like button. Thanks for those who hit the super chat button. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, the most dangerous troll on YouTube. John the Analyst says documents may be sealed. Yeah, that's one thing they do with these juvenile after they do all they dirt, in their teenage years. They turn 18 and 19. They get their whole record sealed, and they basically get a brand new lease on life. But with that said, man, I got one more week being black. Peace.